Miss Bonnie? Where are you? Miss Bonnie, where are you? Moo, where are you? Moo. Here I am. Good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? I hope you're having a very happy Wednesday. It's time to read our story. Are you ready to read our story? Miss Moo is going to help me, right, Miss Moo? Of course. Okay, but Miss Moo, you're going to have to sit on my lap and be very quiet and be a very good listener. Can you do that? Okay. All right, Miss Moo's going to sit in my lap, and then you're going to answer some questions after the story, okay? But you have to be very quiet during the story. Can you do that for me? Okay. All right. We're going on a journey in a storybook. We don't know what will happen, so let's take a look. It's spring. The title of our story is It's Spring, and it's written by Linda Glazer, and it's illustrated by Susan Swan. That means she did all of the drawings. We're learning about seasons and weather this week, so I thought this would be the perfect book, especially because it is still spring. I run outside in thin pants and short sleeves. No thick, heavy winter coat bundled around me. I skip and leap and feel light and free. Fresh air rushes all over me. Creeks and streams are starting to flow. We hear the trickle of melting ice and snow. Then one day, pitter-patter, splitter-splatter, rain pours down. Creeks and streams rush and gush again. I dip my boot in a puddle just to see how deep it is. Swish, swish. Watch this! Kersplash! It's spring! Do you have rain boots? What color are your rain boots? Cool! We find tight, pointy leaf buds on bushes and trees. I feel one open and see the tiny beginnings of fresh, new leaves. I find some willows. They look soft and sleek. I rub one gently against my cheek. How do you think those feel? If you were to rub one against your cheek, how does it feel? The ground is growing soft and warm again. There's a clean, fresh smell in the air. We find tiny new green growing things everywhere. Animals that slept all winter are now waking up. Earthworms, frogs, turtles, snakes, beetles, and ladybugs. One day, we spot a robin. Then soon we see red-winged blackbirds and a bright goldfinch. Early in the morning, we hear the birds sing. They cheep and warble and trill. It's spring. When you wake up each morning, do you hear birds chirping outside of your window? I know I do. That sound is one of my favorite sounds in the whole wide world. What is your favorite sound? What do you love to hear? Birds fly here and there with grass in their beaks. We watch them building nests in trees, getting ready for new families. Squirrels line their nests with sticks and dry leaves. And here in this hole are new baby bunnies. Ducks quack to their ducklings, and geese honk to their goslings, all soft and fuzzy and out for a swim. Day by day, I watch flower buds grow and swell. Soon they burst open into bright daffodils. So sunny and cheerful, they make my heart sing. It's spring! I want you to name 3 things that you see every spring. 1, Miss Bonnie sees birds flying in the sky. 2, I see lots of flowers on the ground. 3, I see the grass growing green. It almost starts to turn green from being brown all winter long because it died. It was too cold for the grass to be green. But now the grass is green. It's growing again. So those are 3 things that I see every spring. What do you see every spring? Ferns uncurl. Leaves unfurl. Tree branches that were bare now have tiny green leaves. It's time to plant seeds. Corn and cucumbers, beans and peas, and my very own sunflower seeds. Are there any of you who have planted anything in their gardens, in your gardens? So Miss Bonnie has planted 4 gardens, and we've got cucumbers, peas, tomatoes, green peppers, red peppers, purple peppers, jalapenos, chili peppers, butter crunch lettuce, and bok choy, and kale, and oh my goodness, the list goes on and on. We have so many vegetables planted for the summer, and we even have a blueberry bush. So you start planting for your summer harvest in the spring. You plant your seeds. The seeds will eventually sprout and they will grow, and when it's time to harvest, you'll be able to pick those vegetables or fruits off of the vine or the bush, and it's because it had lots of sun, water, and soil to grow. So have you planted anything? Well, have you? Have you planted anything? The days are getting longer. Now the sun sets after dinner. Outside we watch the sky turn slowly dark and count the stars as they come out. Then all the spring peepers and bullfrogs sing, "It's spring!" The sun shines longer and the days grow warmer. One day I noticed that the trees are all covered with full-grown leaves. Soon it will be summer, but right now it's still spring. First we have winter, spring, summer, fall. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 seasons in all. Winter, spring, summer, fall. All 4 seasons in all. I blow dandelion seed fluff and watch it float away. Dragonflies dip and dart every which way. I leap in the air, there's new life bursting everywhere. Come out, smell the flowers, hear the birds sing, it's spring. Here are some activities you can do in the spring. Are you ready? You can watch birds flying with dry grasses in their beaks. See if you can spot one building a nest. You can also take the hair out of your hairbrush and put it outside for a bird to use to line its nest. Did you know that you could do that? Birds love that. If you find a nest where baby birds have hatched, watch how the parents care for them, but stay far enough away so you do not frighten or disturb them. You could put up a bird feeder. I know Kai made a bird feeder. I know that Grayson, he planted celery. Some of you, when you did your recycling projects, you made all kinds of things, but some of you did things for animals outside. You made feeders for them using recyclable materials. So you could make a bird feeder. You could feed the birds. They can use the extra help in spring because very little food is left after winter. You can listen to birds singing and try to identify some birds by their calls. You can also see if you can find pictures of animals like snowshoe hares and anything changing colors, any birds that might change colors from little ones to big ones. I know that there were or baby birds to adult birds. I know today we watched, or yesterday we watched, a bald eagle live event, animal encounter with the Virginia Living Museum. And when we watched it, we learned that birds, baby birds don't look like they're going to look when they're adults because their feathers haven't come in yet. So they're very, very little and fluffy. And then when their feathers come in about 6 to 8 weeks and they grow, they look completely different than they did when they were babies. So you can see if you can observe them, if you have any nests in your yard. You can also collect some earthworms, and you can put them in a large jar with moist but not wet dirt. Moist is just a little bit wet. Wet means it's like sopping wet, like it's dripping. You just want it a little bit moist. Wrap black construction paper around the jar. Each day, unwrap the black pepper and watch the earthworms tunneling. After a few days, not black pepper. I said black pepper. I guess Miss Bonnie's hungry. Let me reread that again. Each day, unwrap the black paper and watch the earthworms tunneling. After a few days, put the earthworms back outside. So of course you'd have to ask Mom or Dad about any of these activities, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it just like this. You can pause it and then Mom and Dad can screenshot it if there was an idea that you really liked and want to try this week to celebrate spring, because spring won't last too much longer. It's going to turn to summer. Pause the screen, screenshot it, and have your Mom and Dad save the picture to refer back to later. Okay? All right, so now, boys and girls, let's see what Miss Moo has to say about our story. Okay, are you ready to see Miss Moo again? Miss Moo, where are you, Miss Moo? Miss Moo, where are... Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm feeling kind of shy. Why are you feeling shy, Miss Moo? I don't know. I really, really, really like spring. But I'm a little bit nervous when I see animals outside because I don't really know all of their names. And sometimes when I see birds, I want to feed them, but I don't know what they eat. And I have a lot of questions. Are questions okay? Why, yes, of course, Miss Moo. Questions are okay. So what is your first question? I know you have lots of questions, but do you have a first question? Yeah. What if I want to make a bird feeder, what could I put on the bird feeder? Well, Miss Moo, you know what? You could put peanut butter. You could take a toilet paper roll. You could put peanut butter around the toilet paper roll. And then you could put bird seeds or nuts. And then it will attract the birds and you can hang it outside on a tree. And then the birds will come to it and they'll eat it. And then that's a great way to observe birds. Bird feeders will draw the birds in because they'll eat from them, and then you can observe the birds. You can hear them, you can see the many different colors, you can listen to the bird calls, you can do lots of different things. Is that something that you want to try? I think so. I think I'll try that. I'm not so nervous about that.